one of the reasons why people feel so much pressure is really our fear for losing the dunya that we have worked on in our lives. You know, when you work so hard to reach alhamdulillah level in your job, or your status, or your wealth, your lovely life, mashallah, alhamdulillah, but then now we start worrying about it. You start worrying about everything. It's because of so much attachment to that dunya that we're in control of what we made. No, you're not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala facilitated that for you. So when you bring it back again to Allah Azza wa Jal, you'll be good. But if you always think that this is what I did and I'm losing it right now, you're definitely going to feel the pressure. Because you think you're the one who made everything. Allah allows it to happen. So therefore, instead of attaching ourselves too much into the dunya, maybe we need to take a little bit break from this and just delegate things to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Think about how spacious the rahmah and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all those very difficult moments of pressure in your life will be relieved inshaAllah azza wa jal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Almighty with His rahmah and mercy said in the hadith Qudsi, قال أنا عند ظن عبدي بي. Allah made it very clear to you. Simple. He said subhanahu wa ta'ala in a hadith Qudsi, I am as my servant thinks of me. What does that mean? The Prophet ﷺ explained that. So if you think of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being merciful, you're going to get that mercy. And if you think of Allah Azza wa Jal being the punisher, probably going to feel the punishment perhaps. So have husn dhanni billah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ visited a man, an old man, who was going through maybe the agonies of death perhaps, but he was sick. So he was sick, he has fever. So the Prophet ﷺ came and he made dua for him. قال لا بأس طهور عليك إن شاء الله. لا بأس طهور إن شاء الله. He says, may Allah make this purification for you. So when the man heard the Prophet ﷺ say, قال طهور كلا بل حمى تفور على رجل على شيخ كبير تريده القبور. He says, طهور you're saying? Purifying? Just a boiling fever on an old man like me, it's definitely going to send me to the grave. Look what this man answered the Prophet ﷺ in a moment like this. So the Prophet ﷺ says, let it be then. He died in that sickness. Like the Prophet said, hey, be hopeful. Allah's mercy is bigger than this. And even if you don't survive it, at least with good assumption of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will have a better inshallah place.